Before like you turn this off, I should probably tell you guys this is an actual video. Like I've been making a lot of stupid videos, like little comical stuff, but this one's like an actual video that you should probably like pay attention to. Um, for all who don't know me, I'm Cortez Mars. I'm the lead singer for the band Identity Crisis. I'll do a little promotion. You can check us out on Facebook.com/Identity Crisis, and that's with a K, KRISIS. You can check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/Identity Crisis, reverbnation.com/Identity Crisis. You can check me out on twitter.com/senior_Mars. But this video is to pretty much like let people understand like why I do what I do as far as like my music, why I put the type of stuff that I put into my music. If you like heard my previous stuff was like really comical. It's a lot of comedy in it. I talk about like girls kissing girls, and I talk about like relationships with like one night stands, and I talk about like parties and whatnot. And I do it because that's what I do. That's the lifestyle that I live. Every day I see a new cute girl and I think about what if it went like this. Or every weekend, I'm with my team. Shouts out to Team IDK, and we're doing something stupid, or we're living that party lifestyle. But that's because we're young. I'm 19. I'm not 30. I'm not 40. I'm going to have fun. I only have one life to live. I don't want to grow up and be one of those people who say, I wish I could have, or I wish I did. And I have this opportunity. I have people who like my music, so I'm going to continue to make it and just try to continue. But at the same time, like that stuff that I was talking about then, like it's cool, but it's going to be a change now. I'm not going to completely leave that subject matter because, again, I'm still 19. But I feel like on this new project that we're working on, people are going to see that I'm getting a lot more lyrical, and it's going to be a lot more put into it. Like my first stuff, my She Kissed the Girls and my Kiss and Tells and my Party Syndromes, they're kind of like pieced together. Like, let's get it out. Let's let the people hear it. Let's have fun. Let's jump around. My next album is going to be that same energy. That's still let's jump around and let's wild out because we're young. But it's going to be a little more like defined. Like you're going to hear a lot more wordplay, and it's going to be a lot more lyrical. And that's because I'm hungry for greatness. I'm hungry for success. I want Grammys. I want Woody Awards. I want VMAs. I want for people to not only like listen to my music, but I want people to love it. It's the difference between listening to somebody's music and genuinely loving their music. Like I can sit down and I can listen to like Gucci Mane, but I don't love his music. It just happens to be playing at the time. I can sit down and I can listen to Little B say swag 1,000 times on a track, but I don't love his music. Like people like that, like I respect them for making it, but I don't necessarily like them. And like the more that I find people that I actually like, it helps me kind of understand who I really don't like. I like the artists. Like there's a difference between being a musician and being an artist. You have guys who just make music, and then you have guys who make art. You have guys like Kanye, who is just like a super dope artist. You have guys like Kid Cudi, who's a super dope artist. I mean, you don't necessarily have to like them. These are just my opinions and my thoughts on the subject. I like them because they're artists. They're guys like, for example, like Tyler, Odd Future. I was listening to him do an interview, and he was talking about why his songs have the subject matter that they do. It's all like a movie to him in his head. He's like living out the life of like some 30-year-old white man who's a serial killer and a rapist, and it's really cool because like if you just listen to the song, like you'll think, oh my god, this kid's crazy. Like there's something really wrong with him. He's unstable. But you have to understand that, I mean, the kid's normal. I say kid just because like we're the same age, we're both 19, but he's normal like everybody else. His thought process when it comes to music just happens to be different because he's living in the mind of someone else. And that's dope. He's an artist. He does more than just make music. With me, it's like I just talk about what I see. For example, like on this next album, when the album is about to come out, like you're going to hear like songs about like me just wanting to go to Hollywood, me wanting to be a part of the scene, but not really embracing it too much because I know Hollywood's not going to do anything for me. Like I can get there, Hollywood's going to be a great place. Like I will dominate that place, but it's not going to do anything for me really. It's just going to be another place that I've been, another place that I've seen. You're going to hear songs about like this very statement, like I'm hungry, like I need success, like I need to feel more of it. And the only way that I'm going to get it is if I continue to just keep putting in more and more and more. Like you're going to hear me try to go against what's normal in music. Like everybody has a love song. That's cool. I'm going to put out love songs. Love songs are they're just hot. But you'll hear me put out a love song and then you'll hear me put out a song that's like, okay, yeah, it's a love song, but it's not the type of love song that you think it is. Like I don't want to put like too much into this to where people know exactly what to expect, but I'm hungry, and that's just like the biggest part of this conversation. Like I'm really hungry and I really want a lot. Like it's easy to just say you're hungry and just make people believe it, but until you like really get into it and you really put your all into something, I guess actions speak louder than words. Words are just words, but actions are actions. So every day, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm on my laptop, I'm on Twitter, I'm saying crazy things. Like it seems like I'm completely wild sometimes. Like I say some really stupid stuff on Twitter, or it seems like I'm trying to be philosophical or whatever. But it's just like me trying to spark those thoughts in myself and other people. Like I bounce ideas off of people a lot, and I don't even think people realize it. Like when I talk to people, I'll say something crazy or I ask them a crazy question, and I think it's just me being random, but it's actually me just bouncing a great idea off of people. Like like 2 days ago, I IM'd like a whole bunch of girls, and I texted like a whole bunch of girls, and I was like, what would you do if like I came up to you and I was like, I'd pay $1 million just to see you smile. Like, how would you respond to a statement like that? Like, it seems cute and it seems adorable, but you'd be surprised. Like, a lot of girls are like, oh, I would probably be indifferent about it. Like, I don't know what I would really say to you. Like, I'd be speechless and I'd probably smile. Like, some people would embrace it, but you'd be surprised that like the majority, like 75% of the girls that I talk to, they would tell me I was lying. Or if I told them that they were beautiful, they think that I was just trying to play them. And it's wild that that's where we're at. But these are the things that I do, and like these things, they create songs. Like if I told you that I loved you, like if I wrote you an entire love song, you probably wouldn't even believe that I was really telling the truth. And that's the thought process. And these songs are going to be like deeper than the words. So I hope you guys are gonna watch out. I know this video is getting kind of long, so I'm about to end it because I feel like I'm babbling now. But I just want everybody to know that I'm hungry and you should check us out. Like I said, twitter.com/identitycrisis, facebook.com/identitycrisis, reverbnation.com/identitycrisis. Crisis with a K, KRISIS, also known as IDK. What type of music do we make? IDK. We're everywhere. We're versatile. I rap, I sing. Next, I'll learn to scat. We push the envelope. Well, we don't now, we're about to start. Definitely pushing the envelope to what music is. Like I want to write songs with no hooks. I want to write songs where it's just like a verse and just all instrumental. But the song's about to be like 10 minutes long. Like I get a lot of slack about like my songs are too long. There's too much. Like my songs aren't just songs to me. Like they're like masterpieces. I keep them going because the words are just the beats to the music. The instruments are just as important as the words. So the words may stop, but the instruments are still talking. Like they're not done saying what they have to say. So where my songs are like 5 minutes long and I stop talking or I stop rapping or singing at like 4 minutes in, but there's like another extra minute of just music, it's because the instruments aren't done talking to you yet. It's just the artistry in it all. So I'm just saying, keep your eyes and ears open. I plan on taking over soon, sooner than later. October, I'll be in Bridgewater, Virginia, sometime in October. There's some show going on up there. I'll be in Bridgewater. Um, I plan on performing some new stuff there, like stuff that no one's ever heard before. So it should be a great experience. Um, I'm going to Ocean City for Senior Week, doing a lot of stuff out there. June 5th to June 12th. If you guys are in the area, you know, look us up, IDK, see where we're at. But we're really hungry, and we really want greatness. And greatness is different to everyone, obviously. Greatness for one artist might be to sell 1 million records. I don't care if I sell 1 million records. I could have 2 million downloads. That's greatness to me. That means 2 million people are now listening to me. 2 million people enjoy what I do. That's great to me. Greatness is people calling me up and just telling me that they love my music. Like I don't plan on being one of those people where it's like, oh, I can't reach my pinnacle because I set my standards way too high. Greatness is not being number one on the Billboard charts. That's not really that important to me. I mean, yeah, that's great. That's cool. I'd feel really accomplished, but that's not really a goal of mine. It's more it's lower than that. My standards are a lot lower for what greatness is because I understand what I'm trying to get to. Like you don't really have to be great to be number one on the charts. It doesn't really take that much. It takes a couple club bangers and some witty metaphors. I mean, it's whatever. Greatness to me is when I have a show and people sing back. That's great. That's greatness. That makes me feel wonderful. That's like the greatest feeling you'll ever feel besides sex for the first time. It's really awesome to write a song and have people know the words. Greatness is when I'm around my friends and I tell them about this new track and I like go through it and they're like, yo, it's the dopest thing I've ever heard. That's great. That's great to me. It makes me feel wonderful. But I'm hungry. And as I get hungrier, my success standards will go up. For right now, I'm underground. You see where I'm at? I'm in a basement. I'm in a basement making a video on a crappy Dell and a webcam. This time next year, I can't be this. I can't be sitting in the basement on my crappy Dell and a webcam. I have too much talent, and I'm way too hungry for that. Next year, if I'm sitting here in an apartment on my MacBook Pro or whatever, that's progression. I know that I moved up. I moved up in the ladder. You know, like this time last year, I wasn't signed to an independent label. At this point, 2 years ago, I wasn't, you know, I didn't have a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing this for 3 years. Like where's my shine? Not that I'm trying to rush it, because I understand I still have a lot of growing to do as an artist before I can really, really get hungry for the big stuff. But at the same time, like I've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years. Like, where's my recognition? Like I put out some really dope stuff in 3 years. Like Zero Gravity is probably a classic. It's a classic song. Like where's my recognition? Meanwhile, I turn on my radio and I go to YouTube and I hear Rebecca Black Friday, or I hear some other little girl talk about she jacked my swag because she wears my jeans. Like, what? Where? Where? What? Like Rebecca Black is going on tour. She's doing a tour in like a couple months for Friday. Friday. That's wild. Like, yo, come on. Where's Katy Perry when you need her? Like, Katy Perry, put me on tour with you. I got a song called She Kissed the Girl. We can do a little duet. You do I do she. Like, come on. I wrote it just for you. I mean, yo, it's really wild. Like, it's crazy. But hey, this is the life that I live. I'm a starving artist. And when you're starving like this, you only get hungrier and hungrier. And the hungrier I get, the more that I got to put into it. So it's a good thing, but I'm ready to eat. Somebody feed me. I'm turning into a monster. So that's it. This has been Cortez Mars of IDK. And watch out. Takeover coming soon. Shouts out to Team IDK. Jump the jukebox. Adios.